Hello everyone and welcome back, hope you are well. So here we go, we've got another Seiko 5 Sport to review on the channel today. I have reviewed a couple of Seiko 5s in the past as well, but I now personally believe that this color combination of this dial is the best out of the lot, and this is definitely my personal favorite, so I wanted to review this watch on the channel as well. Price wise, this watch retails for 625 Australian dollars, and in the US this watch retails for $350. But lately I've seen a lot of good deals on these watches. Now, just to put that into perspective, I paid $240 for this watch online, and for that amount of money, this is a lot of watch. This is an absolute steal for that amount of money. Not a proper diver's watch, it's more of a sports watch. Just wanted to get that out of the way, even though it does look like a diver's watch. But yeah, I will rather classify this as a sports watch than a diver's watch. Talking about the watch, we have a case that measures at 42.5 millimeters across. Lug to lug distance is 44.6 millimeters. Case thickness is 13.4 millimeters, and the lug width is 22 millimeters on this watch. So if you don't like this mesh bracelet, now personally I'm not a great fan of mesh bracelets myself. There will be a lot of options out there for you to choose from with this 22 millimeter lug width. You can choose to go for a leather strap. You can choose to go for another stainless steel bracelet. You can choose to go for a NATO strap as well. I think a black NATO with cream stripes running through it will look really nice with this dial option. So I'll give that a go and see how that turns up. The case is made out of stainless steel. We have polished finish along the sides of the case and brush finish on the top of the case, on the top of the lugs. The glass on the top is Seiko's Hardlex crystal, so not sapphire crystal on this one. The crown is unsigned as well at 4 o'clock in a typical Seiko 5 fashion. I would love to have a signed crown on this one with Seiko 5 logo, but Seiko has decided to go for an unsigned crown. Coming to the dial, I think that this dial has to be the best asset of this watch anyway. I really like this combination of black and cream, and then this little red tip on the seconds hand. It absolutely does for me. And you can see that there's some sort of sunburst effect on this black dial as well. It is a bit hard to capture in under lights and in the camera, but when you're out in light, in real light, in natural light, you'll be able to see the sunburst effect of this black dial. The cream on the hands and the markers is a bit more richer than the cream on the chapter ring. It's slightly different cream than when compared with the chapter ring on this dial. There's a minute track on the chapter ring as well. Then you can see the stainless steel framing, the brushed stainless steel framing around the hands, and polished stainless steel framing around the markers. We do have lume on hands and the markers as well. We'll do a lume check shortly. Day and date complication at 3 o'clock. We have a pull and push crown, really straightforward to set the day and date on this watch and the time. All you need to do is to pull the crown out to position 1. When you rotate the crown in a clockwise position, that will change the day. Rotate the crown in an anti-clockwise position will change the date. Pull the crown out to its final position and you'll be able to change or set the time on this watch. So quite straightforward. When you push the crown back into its original position, that's where you'll be able to hand wind the watch. So the automatic movement in this Seiko can be hand wound. We'll talk about the movement a bit later on as well. Coming to the bezel, I really like the quality of this bezel. It does align as well. Now, how many times have we come across Seiko watches where bezels never aligned with the markers, especially in this $500–600 price range in Australia, or that $300–400 in the US? But I'm so happy that this bezel does align properly, and it has a really nice clicking function to it as well. It is easy to grip. This is a unidirectional 120 click bezel. So let me just go a bit silent for a few seconds. I'll rotate the bezel so you can listen into the clicking sound that this makes. So here we go, really nice clicking sound to this bezel, and as I said earlier, it does align as well. So happy with the quality of the bezel. Let's do a quick lume check as well. I really like the quality of the lume on this watch. I think Seiko has done a great job with the quality of the lume. And I like the color of this lume as well. This reminds me of the lume on my Citizen Pro Master with this kind of deep blue turquoise color, and it is really legible. There is no pip lume, but there is that lollipop lume on the seconds hand, and it is quite legible. No lume at 3 o'clock because there's no marker at 3 o'clock. The space is taken up by the day and date window, but really happy with what we have as far as the lume is concerned. Quite legible, no problems with reading the lume on this watch. So yeah, really happy with the quality, and it is Seiko's lume, so we can trust the quality of the lume as well. Looking at the case back, we have an open case back. You can see the movement in action. You can see that Seiko 5 printed on the rotor. Now with the movement, this comes with Seiko's 4R36 automatic movement, 21,600 beats per hour, offers hacking and hand winding, and offers about 40 hours of power reserve when the watch is fully wound. Tolerance is not that great as per Seiko. Even what they've stated is plus 45 to minus 35 seconds per day, which does not sound too impressive, but this watch has been operating at about plus 6 seconds per day at the moment. I mean, it's yeah, the gap, the window that Seiko has given you of that plus 45 to minus 35 seconds per day is quite wide, but yeah, so this one's been gaining about 6 seconds per day. It really depends on the movement that you'll get in your watch. It might do better than that, it might be worse than that, so it's just hard to tell. But this one's, as I said, gaining about 6 seconds per day. 10 bar or 100 meters of water resistance in this watch, so that's why I said earlier this is not a proper diver's watch. This is more of a sports watch. We have a pull and push crown with 100 meters of water resistance, so definitely okay for swimming and snorkeling activities, but I will not recommend diving with this watch. Even shallow water diving, you can risk damaging your watch, so just be mindful of that. So I really like the dial on this watch, and for the price that I've paid for it, I think it's a great option. Let me put this on my wrist. I've got a 7-inch wrist. And one thing about this watch and the case, it does wear a bit smaller than its real size of 42.5 millimeters. One thing I really like about these mesh bracelets is that they are so easy to size. I mean, there are no links to be taken out, so it does make your job easier. There is a bit of a bump on the case back, but it is barely noticeable when the watch is on your wrist. Give you a bit of a close up as well, so here we go. Yeah, really nice looking thing. It captures that retro look really well, and in this price range, I think it's a compelling offering from Seiko. Would have loved to have a sapphire crystal and a signed crown on this one, but we have to do with Hardlex crystal and an unsigned crown for now. Thank you very much for watching. This concludes our review of this Seiko 5 Sport. Thank you. I'll see you with my next video shortly. Until then, stay safe and look after one another. Thank you.